Hi, I'm Sydney, and today I'm going to be talking about Nike's Dream Crazy ad campaign. So, I wanted to start off by giving a little background info about the campaign. So, it stars Colin Kaepernick, who was the former quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. He initially made headlines when he kneeled during the national anthem to protest police brutality in September of 2016. Kaepernick faced much backlash on social media for his actions, especially from President Trump, yet it still inspired many other athletes to join him, what people call the Kaepernick effect. Many people believe that politics and sports shouldn't be mixed, yet it has been around for ages. For example, Jesse Owens raising his fist on the Olympic podium in 1936, also protesting the treatment of Black people. So Wyden and Kennedy were the pioneers behind this entire campaign. They utilized a multitude of different integrated media channels to make it almost impossible to not have been exposed to the Nike 30th anniversary ad campaign in one way or another. The 2-minute ad that was released features a montage of famous athletes such as Serena Williams and LeBron James, as well as highlight stories of athletes who did the impossible, that aren't super well known, that have overcome adversity, and all of their stories were narrated by Kaepernick himself. And Kaepernick was even featured at the end of the ad. The underlying message was leveraging the power of sport to move the world forward, and I believe that that message was very well come across. Like, I definitely felt that. As well as on the Wyden and Kennedy website, they have a quote stating, "Dream Crazy provides encouragement to everyone who has crazy dreams and goals that may seem insurmountable," which I think is a very powerful statement and something that they were very successful in with this whole campaign. So as a teaser before the main heart of the ad campaign was released, Wyden and Kennedy, Nike, the both of them had Kaepernick actually tweet a photo of himself with the words across it saying, "Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything." I think this was a very genius move by them, because the whole target demographic for this campaign was millennials and is the youth, and those are the people that are on Twitter. So it definitely grabbed their attention and made them excited for what else is to come in the campaign. The big reveal of the actual 2-minute ad itself, the one that actually ended up winning an Emmy, was aired for the first time during a Thursday night NFL season opener. It was the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Atlanta Falcons. It ran on NBC during the first time out of the third quarter, which got a lot of people's attention because everyone was watching this game, families, everyone was surrounded by the TV. And so this was a very smart move to place the ad at this time of the game and also on this specific network. So other channels that Wyden and Kennedy utilized for this whole campaign were billboards, so that's out-of-home advertising, as well as commercials and online ads. So Nike actually also created an apparel line with Kaepernick, in which all proceeds will go to his own charity called Know Your Rights. So on the bottom left is an image of LeBron James sporting Kaepernick and Nike's collab. And LeBron James himself is a person that many people look up to, especially the youth. So the fact that he's wearing it is amazing press for Nike and for Kaepernick in general. Also in the middle is a billboard of Kaepernick in San Francisco in Union Square, a very liberal city, with the same words and image that Kaepernick tweeted prior. Also on the right is one of, I think, 12 images that Nike put out, all in black and white, that all feature the athletes that were initially in the ad that was released. So naturally, there's a lot of backlash that came with this campaign, considering the, very left-wing essence of the campaign. For example, Donald Trump, our very own president of the United States, is tweeting saying to boycott Nike, is tweeting to boycott the NFL, saying how much of a disgrace this campaign is. People were burning their Nike shoes. as well as people were cutting off the Nike swooshes off their shoes as well, all showing their discontent towards Nike and their campaign. However, we all know there was much backlash. Majority of these people that were so angry and expressed their anger were conservative white men who weren't even the target in Nike's whole campaign in general. That wasn't the target demographic that they were aiming for. Around 67% of Nike's customer base is younger than 35, and even that group is very ethnically diverse, which would all support what Nike is standing for. This consumer base also has an expectation that brands that they buy from take a stand on societal issues and have an opinion, with 60% of millennials identified as belief-driven buyers, which, especially me as a millennial, and I know many others, this campaign really made everyone, a lot of the youth, support Nike and want to go out and buy a bunch of Nike products because they're standing up for what's right. Their execution aligns perfectly with their Just Do It slogan, and it wasn't a big of a risk, as everyone is saying, when you actually look at the facts and you look at, the true essence of this campaign and everything that Nike and Wieden & Kennedy are doing. It actually strengthened their brand equity and image, and there's a lot of statistics to back that I'll get into soon. Nike is definitely playing on the right side of history, like they've always done in the past, like with Tiger Woods and Muhammad Ali, two people that at one point were very controversial, yet Nike stuck to their guns and stuck by these people, and they're still extremely famous and have made a change in society. So regardless on whether or not people actually liked the ad, they were still talking about it. Almost immediately, Just Do It and Nike became a top trending term on Twitter, as well as comments about Kaepernick jumped an astonishing 360,000%. This really stuck out to me, this specific fact. Nike also saw more than $43 million worth of media exposure, nearly $19 million of which was positive, as well as, and like I mentioned before, it ended up winning them an Emmy, like due to how successful that ad was in the campaign. Nike's Instagram numbers also jumped by tens of thousands in the wake of the ad's premiere, and has since put out more ads in the series. One even was about the World Cup, the Women's World Cup. Nike's online sales also jumped 27% 5 days after the ad campaign release, and overall sales were up 31%, which I think is, such an amazing thing that came about from this campaign, because not only is Nike and Colin Kaepernick getting exposure and inspiring people and, spreading this message, but they're also, it's beneficial to Nike, and Wieden & Kennedy did its job by having Nike sales increase